How's it going, guys? It's your boy Diego from the Foot and Fist Sports Network, and I want to talk about Urijah Faber real fast. And I want to thank Urijah Faber for giving the fans, like myself, and the fighters what we needed in order to really enjoy the sport at its best. What I mean by that is, before Urijah Faber really became a big star, there were no lightweight divisions of under 155 pounds and really under 170. Everything under 170 was essentially in the WEC, which was also Zuffa owned, so it was the same owners as the UFC, but they didn't want those lower weight classes to be in the main promotion because nobody would watch them. So there was really thanks to Urijah Faber who made that the lower weight classes like featherweight, featherweight, bantamweight, and flyweight, and even the women's divisions were even plausible. But before he was a star, nobody could give a fuck about those divisions. Urijah Faber, being a big personality, being a very charismatic guy, and being a very smart guy, gave the smaller fighters and the fans the opportunity to see what kind of fights, and most importantly, what skill level the smaller guys are, because everybody loves seeing big guys fight because they're like superheroes going at each other. But the small guys are undoubtedly the more technical fighters, and they're also the more, just the more entertaining fighters in general. If you think about it, the bigger stars, apart from the fact that the guys are huge, or at least the most fun guys to watch, are all smaller guys because they're so much faster. They can do so much more with their body. And it's so entertaining to see those guys go at it. And Urijah Faber was the pioneer of that. He is the one that made all this possible. And for him to go, 34-10, something like that, over a career where he was essentially always fighting for either a belt or fighting a top 5 opponent, except for some of his later fights because he had already lost to Dominic Cruz, and it was just a weird situation. He lost twice to Barrow, so he was fighting some like top 15, top 10 guys. But pretty much all of his career, he's always been fighting the very best fighters in the world in his weight class, whether it be featherweight, whether it be bantamweight, etc. He has always been competing with the best guys, and to have only lost 10 times and to have essentially only lost to world champions is huge. There's no doubt that this guy has a huge future. I mean, he's made a living fighting, but he's made an even bigger living off of marketing, having his own brands like Torque, and Team Alpha Male, being such a huge brand and being such a huge fight team, is always going to be producing high-level fighters, always going to be producing marketing, always going to be producing a lot of revenue, and he is essentially the manager for all these fighters. And that's huge because he's always going to be able to make money, and there's no doubt about it that now that he can focus 100% on management and the business aspect of things, he's only going to get bigger and bigger as a businessman. And I mean, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Urijah Faber. I've always been a huge fan for him. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to watch him over the years. I'm upset that I tuned into the UFC and MMA late. I started watching in like 2010, 2011, so I missed the best years of Urijah Faber. But I have to say that I've pretty much seen every fight that he's had, at least all the ones that you can find on like Fight Pass and stuff like that. And I've always been a huge fan of Urijah Faber. He's going to be missed. I mean, I was just thinking about it last night, like, damn, this is the last fight that Urijah Faber is going to be fighting. I mean, the last time I felt like, oh my God, this might be the last time I see somebody fight was GSP. Because I was like, damn. GSP, even though a lot of people love him, a lot of people hate him because of his way of fighting and stuff like that, you can't deny the fact that he's amazing. Urijah Faber might not be on that level, but you always know that when Urijah Faber fights, it's going to be a fun time, and you do not want to miss it. And it sucks that Urijah Faber isn't going to be fighting anymore, but I'm also at the same time very happy that he's gotten out with his intelligence, with his brain seemingly intact. I mean, he's taking a lot of punches and he's taking a lot of shots, but I mean, he's still very smart. He's still very well spoken. He's way better spoken than I am, and I haven't taken any brain damage. And he's still pretty much at the top of his health, and that's I'm very glad to see that happen for a guy like him, because I think that his brain is the most precious thing about him. He's very intelligent, and that is what's going to serve him for the rest of his life. So guys, if you also like Urijah Faber and you think that he was one of the best fighters of all time, that he deserves a Hall of Fame spot, let me know in the comments section down below. And if you disagree with that, let me know why, because I honestly can't see why somebody would possibly think that, but let me know. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and please share it with any friends that you think might enjoy it. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Thanks, as always, for watching.